He's guiding us according to his intention for the future. His
Okay.
intention for the future is good. His
Mm,
intention for the future is for us to fulfill our destiny,
mm,
is to be like him.
mm,
So his intention for the future is aligned to his living in every moment with every person in an immanent state and want
mm,
to interact with that person to help guide them into the right choices. Like Jesus only chose to do what he saw the Father doing. Without a relationship with the Father, you don't know his heart. Therefore, you make choices independently of his heart. So God wants a relationship.
mm,
That's how he wants us to be guided, like Jesus was, to be one with him, and therefore only going to make creative choices in alignment with his heart and intention. But we've got the ability to do that and choose to do that in different ways because he's made us wonderfully, uniquely able to make choices to bring about his will through who we are,
mm,
not in a fixed, rigid, there's only one way and you must do it my way or else type of way.
mm,
So God works within relationship with us. And within that love relationship wants us to know his heart and choose to follow his heart because his heart is always going to be the best and good. But we get many different ways of doing it because he also respects our creativity and our coercion and the ability that we have to bring about his will through who we are. There's a sense where heaven operates, heaven, I'm not talking about God as in God outside of time and space. I'm saying that heaven operates in a time scale before this one. So
okay.
prophecy comes out of a realm which operates, let's say, slightly ahead of this one. So things can be aware within that time space that prophetic things can warn people of. But it's not like God sees it all. Because if that was the case, if God has seen the future and you died, how could he warn you not to die? Because you've already died in the future. So the future cannot have happened yet. Otherwise, you would have died and he would have had no choice but to allow you to die because he couldn't have warned you. What he's saying is there are potential things that could happen depending on our choices. So there's
Mm,
multiple timelines that could exist. And he has access and heaven has access to what may happen if those timelines are followed. So he is going to warn you about the possibility of a timeline if that choice is made, perhaps. Look
mm,
at it that way. Not that you already died. Otherwise, if you'd already died, you would have already died. You know, so he sees the possibilities of what could exist, and prophetic insight can come out of the possibilities of the
mm,
choices that may be made. And in one of those choices, you might die on a plane crash. In
mm,
another of those, you won't die in a plane crash, either because you don't get on the plane or because the
mm,
plane isn't going to crash.
mm,
Because the crash probably comes about because someone's incompetence,
mm,
generally, or something has happened that someone has made a bad decision and the plane's crashed. So God can, in a sense, be aware of the possibilities of bad decisions. And I do think, in one sense, heaven functions slightly ahead of here.
mm,
And there are different timescales of the speed of light in heaven, which
mm,
makes the time in heaven different from it is on earth. And I think there is a connection there between how warnings can be given
mm.
in that way. But it's basically all about the timelines that exist because of our choices and other people's choices and how they impinge on our lives, really.